Today we are talking about Bijan Robinson, the breakout freshman running back with Heisman potential.
Texas Longhorns, and there goes Bijan Robinson. It is Robinson inside the 30-yard line.
And the ability to put the college football world on notice. The 6', 200-pound freshman back is new to college fans, but they are waking up due to his explosive runs and consistent 8-yard per rush average. But where did Bijan come from? How did he become a phenom running back? And most importantly, what does the future hold for Bijan? As always, like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to grow the channel so I can keep bringing bigger and better Texas Longhorn content. Let's get into it. Bijan was born in Tucson, Arizona, to a large family with some football DNA. His uncle, Paul Robinson, was a running back at Arizona, and later he was a leading rusher in the NFL for the Cincinnati Bengals. Paul actually landed AFL's Rookie of the Year for the expansion Bengals by rushing for over 1,000 yards in 1968. Also, that's not Bijan's only familial football ties. Bijan is heavily influenced by his grandfather, Cleo Robinson, who refs football. A very good one, in fact, and he ref for over 25 years. He was a staple in the football community all throughout southern Arizona, and he later went to ref in the Pac-12. More important than Cleo's profession, he is said to be a man of immense faith and loves his large family. Cleo had 11 brothers and sisters, and that's the reason Bijan grew up with such a large, loving support system. This positive influence molded Bijan into a kind and caring individual who also relies heavily on his faith. With a solid foundation at a young age, someone happened to put a football in this young man's hands, and the journey to a Heisman began. Bijan looked up to Reggie Bush as a kid and wanted to mimic his skill set. His grandfather Cleo repped a bunch of the USC games for the Pac-12 during the Leinart and Bush years, when Bijan was growing up. He had a passion for the game and even commented on liking how the ball felt in his hands. So Bijan started running around in Little League and playing ball. Bijan kept growing through the ranks until it was time for the big decision on which high school he would enroll in. Bijan landed on Sal Point Catholic High School in his hometown of Tucson. Bijan's high school numbers are straight up off of rookie mode in Madden. He was a walking cheat code and an unstoppable force, all with a giant smile. And that was the annoying part to defenders. He never took the bait. He refused to talk trash, flex on players. Just simply smile and trot back to the line of scrimmage after busting his 60-yard runs. Bijan is the kind of kid who bought clothes and toiletries to give to people experiencing homelessness. One time he missed the bus back to the field house after their game because he wouldn't stop signing children's autographs. Plus, why would he need to talk? His stats did all the talking. Bijan's sophomore year, he rushed for 2,023 yards on 189 carries and 26 touchdowns. And now the hype is becoming real, with college coaches turning their head. And of course, the highlight reels dropping on YouTube. Bijan wasted no time junior year with posting his best yardage stats. He ran for a staggering 2,400 yards on 170 carries, averaging 14 yards per attempt. Now Bijan is a bona fide national star, and the football fame starts to take hold. With offers flying from everywhere, interviews with media, and social media growth all on his shoulders, Bijan rushed more efficiently in his final season at Sal Point Catholic, a sign of a maturing back not wasting any movements. He posted 2,235 yards on only 126 carries. This kid was averaging 18 yards per attempt. Absolutely nuts. Oh, and he rushed for 38 touchdowns. Bijan locked up the Arizona Gatorade Football Player of the Year honors too. At this point, every recruiter in the nation is salivating and giving their best pitches. But Bijan is a unique person, so he made a unique choice. Bijan got his first offer his freshman year from Arizona, and of course that opened up the floodgates. Bama, LSU, Notre Dame, OU, A&M, Texas, USC, Auburn, and Ohio State, just to name a few. And Ohio State was the school Bijan chose, but once he opened up his recruitment, his phone blew up with thousands of text messages from coaches, media, and fans. Bijan then had an array of the nation's best coaches and recruiters coming day in and day out to his practices and games. Of course, he handled it with grace and positivity, which made him even more coveted. Ultimately, Bijan had the pick of the best schools, best facilities, best developmental programs. And with all things pretty much being equal amongst the top schools, Bijan made his selection based on an intangible: what felt like a genuine home. And for that, Bijan chose the University of Texas. Bijan on his commitment to Texas said, "All the people there are just genuine people. There was no fakeness at all. College football is better when Texas is good. Trying to get them back to the top is my mindset. I mean, I could go to Ohio State or LSU or a team that's already enjoying great success, but Texas getting back to where it needs to be is what my focus is." And thus, Bijan arrives early on the 40 acres for his freshman year to face the true test. Can he recreate his out-of-this-world numbers at the collegiate level? Of course, greatness breeds contempt, and Bijan had a chorus of doubters. He can't do it in college. He played in Arizona. That's not a football state. He was at a private school and was playing inferior competition. Blah, 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 blah. So was Bijan able to silence his haters? When Bijan shows up, he has Keontae Ingram and Roschon Johnson in front of him in the depth chart, which is totally reasonable since both running backs are talented with system experience. Sitting at third string slowed Bijan in the beginning of the season, not due to Bijan, solely due to playtime, and Texas had this model of a committee of running backs. They were consistently subbed in and out, making it incredibly hard to get game reps to showcase what you could do. But even in his limited appearances, you could see the spark of something really special. Bijan could be someone who could legitimately challenge Ricky Williams and Earl Campbell as Texas rushing greats. Bijan is athletically gifted, but that doesn't mean he's a finished product. Bijan's freshman OC, Mike Yurcich, notes, the improvement for him is just about everything from pass protection, blitz pickup, and recognition. So Bijan learned there were pieces to his game that had to be adjusted for the new league. For instance, you can't just hurdle everyone like high school. Bijan saw this firsthand in just his second game of the season against Tech.
Look at those checkdowns. He goes right to Robinson, who floods the zone. Down he goes, ball's loose. Ball is loose.
For Bijan to just hop up and walk away from this was insane. The amount of pliability to not sever your spine is incredible alone. This man's butt touched the back of his helmet. With a bullet dodge and lessons learned, Bijan kept improving throughout the season, busting long runs, making sick moves, and showing flashes of greatness. Bijan racked up enough eye-popping runs to receive more touches. Throughout the season, Bijan got his first career start. Finally, Bijan was becoming a staple, and in the final 2 games of the season, Bijan broke out as a future Heisman candidate with plus 2,300 odds to win it in 2021. The second to last game of the 2020 season was against K-State. The Longhorns would go on to rout them 69-31. Bijan rushed for 172 yards on only 9 carries. He was getting 19 yards per carry, and he racked up 3 touchdowns. But was this just a flash-in-the-pan performance? After a disappointing season, Texas matches up with Colorado in the Valero Alamo Bowl. Bijan opened the game with a 27-yard rush, and it was game over from there. He earned the 2020 Alamo Bowl MVP with 10 rushes for 183 yards and 1 touchdown en route to the 55-23 victory against Colorado. He averaged 18 yards per attempt, the exact same he averaged his senior year in high school. So much for the "he can't do it in college" peanut gallery. And it will only get better from here. Tom Herman was fired and Steve Sarkisian is the new head coach at Texas. The future is bright, and Sark's offensive philosophy is a godsend for Bijan, a running back that must be given touches and be featured ad nauseum. And he will get those touches over and over and over again. Sark's offenses have featured 1,000-yard rushers every single year. And in Sarkisian's latest offensive clinic, he goes in depth on the running back's position and how it should be used. First, the running back should be featured and used often. Bijan will receive far higher numbers of attempts than the previous year, but running won't be the only threat. Sark loves the running back in the passing game because he is the least defended player on the field, and often he has a large matchup advantage due to him going against inside linebackers. So expect Bijan on deep wheel routes and screens, not just dinky check-down passes. Plus, Sark likes to punish a light box. If you aren't respecting the threat of a run, Sark says he will run it down your throat over and over and over. Bijan is set up for immense success with the recent coaching changes, and he gets to keep his position coach and running back guru Stan Drayton. Bijan is already a star, but he has the potential to be much more than that and upset the list of Texas running back greats. Be the premier running back in college ball and bring home some hardware this award season, including a potential Heisman. The future is bright for Bijan. So make sure to comment and request some videos for me to make. Also, what do you think of Bijan's future chances? Do you think he can achieve college greatness? Make sure to follow me on Twitter, share the vid, and subscribe to the channel. New Texas content being released every few days. Hook 'em.